Welcome back, Crittermanders, to another episode of Cosmic Crit. This is your Game Master, your online friend, and your Crit Point Leader. It's me, Patrick. We have a doozy of an episode for you today as the party gets into the royal venture. And spoilers aside, I just want to say that they did not expect what was laying in wait for them there. So this is an awesome episode. So I want to get through all of our announcements really quick. So first off, if you are a Patreon subscriber and came to hang out in our May Twitch stream last Thursday, thanks so much. We want to do more of the Twitch streams and hang out with fans. And when a whole bunch of people show up live, it's really encouraging us to do more stuff like that. Secondly, today, for our Patreon subscribers, you're going to find the first episode of the returning saga of the Drift Rider crew, what we're calling Season 1.5. Thanks for everyone that is helping us make these episodes possible. We recorded these last month, and this is the first adventure that went a little long, so we're dividing it up into a couple of episodes. And if you're not yet a backer, but you want to hear these, all you need to do is pledge at the $5 level. And these are homebrew adventures that take place in the months after the end of Season 1, kind of the destruction of the Stellar Degenerator. And yeah, the players just did not know what was in store for them because this is fully uncharted territory. Part 2 is going to drop soon, and we're going to get to recording the next episode, which was already unlocked on the Patreon in June. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm excited to hear what you guys think. You may notice this is a bit of a long episode as we have an interview at the end. I get to talk to our friends at the Rogue Exposure podcast for the first time on Cosmic Crit. I've been on their show before, but they've never been here, so we're very excited. If you haven't listened to Rogue Exposure, they are also playing through the Dead Suns adventure path and having a blast. I highly recommend them. We conducted this interview a few months ago in preparation for them dropping their own published adventure path for Starfinder. It's called Easy Money, and it comes out this weekend, if you're listening to this, June 1st, and you can find that on drivethrurpg.com. We'll get into more of the specifics in the interview, but please do check it out. I've seen some of the art and some of the rules for this AP, and I gotta say, I was super impressed. It is a labor of love. It is a lot of work, and I definitely think you should check it out. It's going to be worth your Starfinder budget. So definitely, if you're looking for some more Starfinder gaming action, it's going to be very worth it. So that's it for this intro. Once again, thank you to all of our Patreon backers who keep the show going, keep us doing cool stuff. Let's wrap this up and get to this very long episode of Cosmic Crit. This is episode 86, and it's called Electrovore Boogaloo.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
I said I want to be starting rolling. We got to get started rolling. You want to start playing this game? Yeah, I gotta be starting this episode. The DC is too high to get over. You've rolled too low to get under. Monster's teeth are stuck in your middle. Then that one you rolled is a blunder. Welcome back, Crittermanders, to Cosmic Crit. This is your lopsided leather jacket wearing GM Patrick telling you that if you want to be a PC in my game, it don't matter if you're a Tiefling or Aasimar. I'm rolling thriller crits and bad super hits with a sequin gloved hand. And joining me this week are my 5 friends and your players showing how funky strong is their fight. To my right, Nikithi Jean is not my mechanic. He's just a slug who thinks that drones are cool. It's Tyler playing Nikithi and Drone-itis.
Good evening, Patrick.
To his right, she's easy as ABC 123 Tiny Demon. It's you and me, girl. It's Rebecca rocking Talara.
Hello.
Across the digital table, the way he turned to sense Saron really knocks his Lanty off of their feet. It's Miles with a win.
Good evening.
And to his right, Aslanti, are you okay? Are you okay, Aslanti? You've been hit by a smooth operative. It's Jabert bringing Bumfuzzle.
Smooth Bumfuzzle, indeed.
Smooth as a baby Bumfuzzle. To my left, last but not least, keep on with the entropic strikes. Don't stop until you hit their EAC. It's Drew running with Cass.
Looks like MJ, rolls like Corey Feldman.
Hey everyone. How are you guys?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Good. Summer is almost upon us. June being right around the corner. I was wondering what kinds of things you all like to do the summer months, June, July, August. What's your reason for the season, as it were?
Stay in the air conditioning and play video games.
That's kind of the southern MO for the most part.
Yeah, I was gonna say, being from up here, it's all outside, all grilling all the time.
I go outside and play video games.
Right? Yeah.
Very comfortable out there at that temperature.
Yeah,
right.
Not down here.
What about on the left coast, Tyler? What do you guys do during the summer?
I'm same as the South. I kind of dig a foxhole, bring my video games in there where it's cooler, and I'm just gonna hang out. It's very busy. It's actually just very busy. Summer is for the company I work for. That's like our absolute busiest time because we deal with a lot of farmers and produce companies, and so it's just working longer hours and trying to get my beach body back. So those are my main two kind of summer.
Work and video games, so exciting. Summer's kind of busy for me as well. Drew and Rebecca, video games across the next 3 months.
I wish.
We have to just deal with kids being out of school and where they need to go.
It just makes it all the more busy for us.
It's the best part, right? When you get to spend nonstop time with them, correct?
Oh, so much fun.
All of our parent listeners out there, that's the best, is when there's no breaks. No 8-hour breaks in the middle of the day.
I don't have homework, Dad. What do you mean?
I forgot to mention my summer hours where I just get to like work less in the summer and then just go hang out outside for the rest of the time. It's very good.
Oh my gosh, Bert. People are gonna murder you.
We'll send one of ours up to visit.
Okay. I can't wait. I'll pick up some of the slack.
All right. It's not summer yet, and we still have some games indoors to play right now. So let's dive back in. What happened last time on Cosmic Crit?
Please use that version.
Hey, you want to take that again, Patrick?
No, not really.
No?
Yeah, okay. Patrick, that's the worst you've ever done that. You should take that again.
Right. Funny. After a rousing success in their assault against the Aslanti, the crew of the Phoenix's Respite celebrated with the colonists.
Bumfuzzle converses with that Electrovore Kresk and convinces him to let old Bumfuzzle borrow a few hover trikes.
During the celebration, Bumfuzzle returns to the ship to get the cargo, while the other members reflect on their past with Sedona.
Keithy and Idis participate in a peep show on Kaz. Kaz's steadily declining mental state puts him on edge, but that gets tabled for now, as the team decides to head into the forest and find the Royal Venture.
The team locates the Royal Venture, a crashed Aslanti ship which may hold a location for Sedona and Lieutenant Saru, but is ambushed by a large synapse worm.
Oh, yes, and last week you all killed the synapse worm, an ingenious beast, if I must say so myself, surely wrought by some sexy and smart creator. That was 600 experience points, which means you get 150 each. We haven't had a total update in a while. Brings you to 2,175 experience points.
Yahtzee.
Woo!
No, almost 2/3 of the way. I think it's 3,300 if memory serves for level 3.
That is great.
Right. So that's where we left off. You guys were right outside the Royal Venture, and you see through the vines and things like that, you see a door right above the wing. What do you guys want to do?
Sounds like we're gonna have to door.
Well, wait. What's everyone's condition after this fight?
Yeah, can we take 10 minutes?
Yeah, are you okay? Didn't Keithy get very hurt?
Who cares about Nikithi? Idis is hurt.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Everybody's favorite.
I will take 10 minutes as well.
I'm going to hold off on the 10-minute break. I'm so close to max, and I know this is going to bite me in the...
Yeah, Bumfuzzle will stand guard with Kaz.
Alara will join you.
Oh, right, yeah. This is Defense Force 3.
Maybe Talara, as you're walking away, Nikithi signals over to you, and he's going to request that you use your magical mending on Idis, if that is...
Oh, of course. Yes, absolutely.
It's a brand new day. So that is a D4 for mending.
It's 2.
All right, and who are math experts out there? Idis's max health is 20, and I get to repair, I believe, 25% her max health with my repair drone feature. With
5 points.
That is 5.
7 altogether with mending.
Idis is fine. Quit worrying about your dumb drone.
Still 1 hit point down, but that is much better.
Oh boy. So who else was burning an RP here?
I am.
The big blue bear. Anyone else? Or I don't think we had too many big hits, right? Just a lot of kind of area of effect damage from the synaptic web.
Correct.
Yep.
Alrighty. Who is going in first through this fairly small porthole? This kind of medium-sized creature.
Oh no! Can I even go?
Yes, you can, but it is indeed like your, I don't know how to describe this, trying to fit your body through a knot in the side of a tree, going after some kind of aviary
some
byproduct.
Some honey.
Like you're trying to enter an apiary. Yeah.
I'll go in first.
It's just like when we put on your armor, right? Just gotta grease up the sides and just get on in there.
When his butt comes through, it's like...
Right, exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna open the door and lightly place a foot inside.
All right, it opens on up. What we see here as through the door. Just beyond this portal, it looks like a long hallway, kind of splits into a couple directions. It looks old, a little musty, but still pretty well kept. You see gold-lined sconces along the top that are providing light. And to your side, immediately when you walk in, a high-tech blinking computer terminal just near the hatch. And it kind of starts up as you walk in. The hallway ends in the eastern side, just in a crash of crushed bulkheads and sheer rocks. And a couple doors exist to the south. One leading off in this hallway here, and one just south in the hallway.
Can we hear anything? Can we listen really hard?
Listen your hardest. Yeah, it seems like even stepping inside here, the sounds of the forest completely vanish behind you through the remaining bulkheads. Mainly that's because Wynn is trying to fit his very large body through the portal right now in his airtight circle.
Bumfuzzle, give me a hand.
Seems like these doors that are shut are indeed, they're very strong starship doors, so they're not letting in an atom of atmosphere, let alone much sound.
Is there any signage on the walls that might indicate what these doors are?
These doors are barren. There is a computer module immediately here right now, currently underneath, I think, like Wynn's foot as he's stepping through. You can make some room for the bear, and Wynn, if you want to move in, you can. It is right here, and it kind of flashes with some blue lights. And as you guys are moving in, the lights kind of form into intersecting lines of digital code, and they form a 2D representation of what looks like a human male. And more features become kind of defined on this face, and it turns into a very snobby looking, fancifully dressed Aslanti man. And he starts speaking in Aslanti. He says, "Hello there, I'm Eliok, this vessel's AI, and who might you be?"
I'm going to use disguise real quick to just draw a face on top of my helmet so that I look like a person too.
Very excited about this.
It's a 17. I take out a Sharpie and I draw a person's face on my helmet.
And what do you say?
I say, Aha! Yes, indeed. Greetings, fellow human. We are back to take stock of this ship.
The AI kind of looks down at you and like you can see him digitally squint and says, "Oh, I see, right. You are either a child or one of the lesser races then."
Child it is.
Amusing. Perhaps it is better if you were to go and get a adult Aslanti person in order to interface with me. I am a very valuable and high-tech piece of equipment, you see.
Of course, adult friend. And then I go and grab Kaz and bring Kaz back and say, "Here's my daddy."
Creepy. I was like, oh, finally, someone who will be able to use their superior intellect and understand my various facets.
Yes, and Kaz looks at Bumfuzzle with a look that says, "How in Prunk did you do this? This is never going to work. What were you thinking?"
I just give the okay fingers back.
We are here to survey this ship and request an internal manifest as well as map to download to our personal devices. Can you assist us?
Oh, certainly, sir, but you must forgive me. My visual sensors must be smudged somewhat. I cannot tell if you are in fact of Aslanti blood. I would like to do a retinal scan for confirmation. Can you please take your glasses off?
Is that required?
Oh, yes.
Kaz looks around the room and
Bumfuzzle's still giving you the okay sign because he drew on your irises last night with his marker.
Well, what's Nakithi think about this? You're seeing this scene go down between obviously the two smartest people on board this crew, Gas and Bumfuzzle.
I mean, he's looking on with interest. If Kaz like looks at him, he would probably shake his head, like kind of like a I wouldn't.
Oh, that's what the shaking head mean.
Yes, that is what the shaking of side to side of the head means. Nah.
What do you think, Cass?
Bumfuzzle, is there no way that you can hack this with your computer skills to prevent this from happening?
I point at my helmet and I say, "I already tried."
I tried to hack it. Visual sensors, right?
I point at my Sharpie. I say, "This is the best I got, brother."
I'm not gonna lie, Jabert, it was a DC 18 disguise check.
Oh, no!
You rolled so well.
Kaz stands up. He looks around at the other members of the crew and does kind of a turnaround gesture. Just to ask them if they wouldn't mind not looking as he removes his mask.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Do I need to roll a diplomacy check for that?
No, I'll do it. I'll do it. That's fine. I suppose it's a weird request, but
I mean, this is some like extreme modesty, right? Like, oh, you can't see my eyes.
That or he's Batman. I don't know. But like,
well,
we've got Batman here.
Everyone listening at home, you've got kind of like sports goggles on your face underneath what you often have a bandana tied up there. They're kind of like sunglasses, but I guess more tactical. They provide more light coming in.
They're cooler. They're
cooler
than
than glasses. Right, is everyone turning around?
Yeah, I'll turn away
for Mr. Modesty.
Sure.
Cool. So they'll give you a quick eye scan, Kaz, this AI, as you lift up your goggles, and Eliok comes back and says, "A good day, sir. I see you are probably the leader of these dumber, subservient folk. How may I be of assistance today?"
Kaz quickly puts his mask back on and says, "Once again, that manifest of the ship, as well as a map of the different quadrants in it."
Of course. Welcome to the Royal Venture, the personal starship of none other than Perept Almendria, of the eternal and glorious Islanti Star Empire. On board, you'll find the prototype device allowing faster-than-light travel known as the Rune Drive. Sardat Almondrea's technomancers, engineers, and miracle workers are on board to ensure that this maiden voyage is a success, and that this drive can be duplicated and put into every Star Empire starship from here until the edge of the universe. This test flight happened upon 8904 AZ and will be the first of a series of tests. If you would like a map of this vessel, I can provide it to you with access to all sections of the starship upon request. A port opens up. You can attach any comm units you'd like if anybody does indeed want a map.
Let's get a map.
Nikithi, you plugging in?
Plug it in.
If I could do how easily does Nikki think this would be hackable?
After watching the AI kind of interact and maybe like poking around a little bit, if you start to download the map, it looks like a tier 3 computer. So at the very least, that is DC like 25.
That would be pretty hard.
Right. Right. So, you guys can download this map, and I, as Game Master, get to show you everything that is about to happen now. Bloop, here's the map, the entire map.
Ooh.
There are a number, it shows like a picture of the ship intact, as the map I've revealed to you that we're going to be exploring is very much not intact. It is a crashed wreck ship that has been lying here for hundreds of years, where there is obviously like massive amounts of damage. The map shows the rooms, but there are sections like marked in red with like flashing warning signs and inoperative kind of flashing next to the rooms in Aslanti. Elliot comes back and says, yes, this vessel is currently somewhat inoperational, but the appropriate authority has been contacted and is taking great care to ensure it will be repaired in just a matter of hours, I'm sure.
Eliok, have any other Aslanti come through here recently?
Oh, several, of course. We'll be on our way shortly. You can have a seat in the galley.
How long has this ship been in this state?
I believe just a few days.
Eliok, Nikithi, probably maybe his sadistic side, he says, Eliok, your timetable is a little out of date. I am sending you a new time schedule for how long the Royal Venture has been in this state. And, he sends him the, like the current year or whatever it may be, transposed from when he said that the Royal Venture had its maiden voyage.
Silly inferior mind. We don't follow your calendar. We Aslanti have our own timekeeping pieces. I'm sure that, and he points to Kaz, they'll be able to explain to you how our months and years work.
Yeah, Bumfuzzle looks at Nikithi and says, yeah, man, come on.
He lived in, well, whatever.
This terminal does not have access to the bridge, but if you would like to update the software there, you may. If you require things like the captain's log or our repair schedule, I suggest you located it there. That is section 12 of the ship's map that I provided you.
We should go to the engine room. If this rune drive is anywhere, it will be there, and then we can get out of this place.
Indeed, to the engine room.
That looks like it is immediately to the south, and there are a couple of like warning flashing lights there of like damage, inoperative, breach, things like that.
This is fine.
You heading on in, Kaz?
Kaz is stepping inside.
Okay, great. Let's go down to room number 3. Walking in, Kaz, you can see the carnage wrought here from the ship's crash. Dirt has spilled through tears in the hull. The massive kind of engine turbines are bent, turned sideways. Wires hang loose from the ceiling along with vines about 16 feet above you. And the ground here is covered in moss. The eastern edge contains a door that kind of looks askew, and it's lit by some red flashing lights, though there's enough ambient light here through the ships and maybe some light pouring in through little cracks that it's pretty normal light in this room. The southern side of the room seems to have some burn marks, some destruction that seems very recent, where maybe another door was supposed to be. That's this area down here. Why don't you guys make me a perception check? I'll tell you if you notice anything else.
Oh, I need to reset my cash.
I've got a 24.
Well, that's pretty good for perception.
A 19.
Nobody's will based here, right? I wonder what the highest is. The highest perception Bumfuzzle is at +6 right now.
I'm +6. I think Nikithi is also +6.
Oh, that's pretty good. Right. So, as you guys are moving in, making your way into the room, you guys can just stop moving your characters right now. You hear maybe a slight shuffling, a rustling noise as there's some dirt that falls from the ceiling above you. And as you peer up into the rafters through the vines, you see 2 bright blue eyes light up, and then 2 more. And then they lunge down towards you. It's our initiative roll time. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh man, did we find the White Walkers?
Eyes of blue means death to you.
Yeah, eyes of blue, death to you. That's what they say in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. That's exactly what they say.
Oh, those Screelings?
You wish.
I know. No, they're Electrovores.
You can see the art, and you might know a little something about a book called Alien Archive 1. But these guys, indeed, look like small winged creatures with a couple beady blue eyes, like a snake or kind of scorpion-like tail that like whips around underneath it as it flies down, crackles with electricity. You might know this, Tyler, but does your character? We shall see.
We shall see.
They're pretty common. They're actually from the known in the Pact world too.
Yeah.
How they got here, who knows? But let me roll some initiative along with you guys and figure out what's happening.
I would love to roll a decent life science to identify a creature, since that's partially what Keithy's built off of.
All right. So you guys did not notice them on the surprise round fluttering down. So they come down with a move action. Let's see. There's going to be one between Talara and a Bumfuzzle. One that kind of floats down, maybe between... between Win and Talara, and then one between Bumfuzzle and Cass. And we are in initiative turn order, and they are first in the initiative turn. So, yay! Wee! And they both have these pretty great abilities for scaring off groups of predators. These are Electrovores. It's called Electrical Discharge, which I'm going to do now. I need everyone. Jeez Louise. Everyone to make a reflex save as they send out this kind of shock circular web. Unfortunately, I need Win to make 2 right between these two guys. And this is DC 13.
Yes.
Which means Win has failed twice, it looks like, Miles.
Oh
no.
Oh, I'll see you guys next year.
3 and a 9. So, these two things come down between you, and you're basically between 2 shock paddles. And as they're doing some electricity damage to you, I'll roll this.
Electricity damage. Go tank Talara.
Oh, yeah. Well, oh man, hopefully I can do some damage here. Let's do first all the ones, everyone to the north. This will be Nikithi, Drone-itis, Kaz, Bumfuzzle, and Win. Near max damage. 7 points of electricity damage. And now just a Win and a Talara. 6 points.
I'm sorry, is it reflex half?
Reflex for half, which means you take none.
Yeah.
And
I take none too.
It also means that you don't get the staggered condition for a round, which, man, I'm sorry, means you are staggered. Staggered like a daggered.
What's half of 7? Is that 4 in this case?
3.
3.
Round down.
Round it down.
Round it down. So once again, staggered means that you can only take a single move or standard action. You can't take them sweet reactions. Help me moving around. That is a standard action for them to do their ability. So they're also going to kind of just fly backwards a little bit, I think. They're going to both kind of fly back up towards the rafters.
So are you leaving a threatened square for me?
I'm leaving threatened squares from everyone, but you have not acted in the... so no reaction.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, these guys are tough. Have fun, everyone. Bumfuzzle, you're up next.
All right, yeah. I'm going to fire out I'm going to pull out sort of a pistol-looking device, and I'm going to pull the trigger, and a bunch of chaff just comes out at the one that is just flying just above me. And it sort of confuses the Electrovore with this little chaff burst.
Some chuffa.
Yeah.
You shooting up at him?
Yeah. And I'm going to, can I reach it with my knife?
You cannot. It is 16 foot up.
Oh, well then I'll stay where I am. And I will shoot the one time. But first I'm going to use my engineering grenade, or my engineering check. That's a 34 on the check. Okay.
It's so good.
And then as sort of like the glittery metal bits are sort of like filtering down, I shoot through them. And I shoot my laser sort of and bounce off a bunch of them. And I hit the one where it doesn't expect. I hit it. Yeah!
2 18s in a row. Whoa. Whoa.
Alrighty. Whoa. Let me just give you here another little D4 here. So that'll be 6 points of damage.
Nice.
To the one right above me.
Alrighty. So that one's been scored by a laser blast. Fire damage seems not to like that. Talara, you are up next.
Yeah, I'm going to take the cue from Bumfuzzle and use my laser pistol.
Mm-hmm. Same one or the one that hurt you?
The one that hurt me.
Okay.
Like nearest to me.
Yep, that one is just a little bit closer.
I'm trying to decide if I should do a full attack or if I should just do one.
Ooh, good question.
I think I'm going to do a full attack because I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of damage regardless. So.
Mm-hmm.
17 to EAC?
That's a hit.
Awesome. So that's 3 damage. Oh, minus 4. Sorry. 13.
That's a miss.
Oh, no. All right.
Ooh, roll higher than a 14.
That's better. 21, so 17.
Another 18. Jeez Louise, you guys. Okay, that is a hit. How much damage?
That one hits. That's 3 damage.
All right, couple scores. I thought I was gonna have a nice damage-free round outside of reach. Win, we're on to you. You are staggered.
Standard. Win is going to use Get 'em on the creature that Bumfuzzle was attacking.
All
Nice.
right.
Good move.
Bring out the target. It is on, like Donkey Kong. That is your turn, bringing us to Kaz.
Is this yellow surrounded thing, is that something in the middle of the floor? Could I walk over that?
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of the engine here. You'll have to walk around.
Fine, I'm going to move here then.
Okay, they're both up in the air, so it doesn't really matter how far you move forward. Just FYI.
How high up are they?
16 foot, as I said.
At least I will. At least I will take some damage in front of one of these cats. Cause I can't do much. So.
Did you not take any gun from any of the previous movies?
I don't need guns, except for right now when I clearly do. But I don't need guns.
So many flying enemies in the game. Okay, Nikithi, on to you.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, he's 15 feet up, so even if I put Idis kind of behind Kaz, the Kaz isn't going to provide an EAC or an AC bonus to the creature, correct?
No. I mean, they're you guys are kind of shooting straight up, so there's not much in the way. A few vines, but they're not providing enough cover.
Let's try to identify the creature first. Is this going to be life science?
This is going to be mysticism.
You mean life science? It's an Osharan ability.
Yes.
And my life science, because it's intelligent based, is just a little bit better than my mystic. But hey, 27.
DC 8, so I think you've got it. You do, as well as Tyler, know that this is an Electrovore. They are pests in docking bays and among ships as they get into kind of the electrical work, make nests. And as you are looking up in the rafters at these things, you see it does seem like these two are just at the beginning of making a nest here in the engine room. So you know a number of things about these creatures. EAC KAC is 14, and they can do this electrical discharge only a certain number of times per day. Anything else you'd like to know?
I believe that's their only special ability. Anything we should know? And you already told me really their defenses.
I
take it they have no weaknesses or other special abilities?
They have another special ability.
Oh, I would like to know it.
It's called Siphon, and when it scores a critical hit against most anything, it gets back a resolve point.
Ooh.
Yes, when it hits a living creature, a construct, or a piece of gear with a critical hit. And you do know just about everything about electrical discharge as well if you want. It's 10-foot electrical blast. It can leave you staggered. It does take an RP to use.
Okay, I see. So it's got like some synergy with its other ability. No weaknesses, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It is immune to electricity, but no weaknesses.
Gotcha. All right, that's good. That will be Nikkithi. Idis is going to move into just a slightly better shot path. So she is shooting over Kaz. And Nikkithi will also say, Kaz, be careful with these Electrovores. I believe I could make a gauntlet for you if you do not destroy the body completely. And with that, Idis is going to aim her tendrils and use her flame weapon. Try to shoot this thing out of the sky. That's gonna be a pretty crappy roll. Never mind. 9 on the dice for a 12 altogether. That one has get 'em, so that's a 13, but still, we already know.
14 will do, so that is a miss. Any movement? Anything you want to move forward?
Nikkithi is gonna back out of the room.
Wise move. It is their turn again, and I think they're going to do something very similar. This one's going to fly down near, I think, Bumfuzzle and the Kaz. Whoop. And this guy is going to do something similar for... it's just going to move right back to where it was between Wen and Talara. And more electrical blasts. Let's do it. So first, the one near Bumpuzzle and Kaz. Why don't you two give me a reflex roll? Yeah, Drew. Get it, Drew.
Fail.
Oh boy, both failed. Wow, 11 and a 12. So coming at you with 4 points of damage, but you guys are both staggered. Staggered mover standard. Next turn, Win and a Talara, same thing. Reflex roll for me.
You got this, Win.
Becca's fine. Win's fine. Oh boy,
Yeah.
17 and an 18. You guys take 2 points of electrical damage, or 0 if you're a broken race that probably should be errated. And they're so good at low levels. I love them so much. Them tieflings. That is their turn. They moved and they standard actioned, and Bumpuzzle, we're on to you.
So it's a move or a standard when you're staggered?
I believe so. No reactions as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just take a normal shot with my pistol.
All right.
Not get him, I'm assumed.
No, this one's still get him.
Oh, I see. I see it there. Okay, got it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add +1 to this. That's only a 10. Only a 10 on the attack.
A miss, unfortunately. Talara, back to you, Rebecca. This one is right next to you right now.
But it's still like 16 feet up, right?
No, this one is now hovering just about 4 feet above the ground.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, got you in a little bit of a corner there now. Oh,
Yeah.
this fancy pistol is ready to shoot my Electrovore now.
Right. Well, I can't cast anything.
Well, you can. You provoke an attack of opportunity, and if you get hit,
Yeah. No matter what I do, I'm going to provoke.
it's a good point.
I could use my survival knife that I picked up.
That is very true, and that would not provoke at all.
All right, I can try that.
Ooh.
I don't have much option. I mean, I could run away, but
No, this is your best choice, but it's
I was about to say you have the same chance to hit with the survival knife because it's operative, right?
yeah, right, yeah.
So, might as well.
That's a 19.
That's a hit.
Awesome. So that's 2 damage.
Yeah, all right. She's taking this one on by herself. This is Talara's own Electrovore. When we're back to you,
Right.
no longer staggered.
I'm going to use Get 'em on the creature in front of me, between me and Talara.
Bloop.
And then I'm not still staggered, right?
No.
Okay. Then I am going to use my junk sensor to kabonk him.
Kabonk.
Oh no!
Oh
Beep.
no!
We for us, a natural 1 on the dice means we get to do a fun critical fail. Fun critical fail. I'll let you pick your points and miles. Do you want website, our Crittermander created ones, or a card?
I will try card. I don't think I've done many cards.
Starfinder critical fumble deck.
It's a bad day.
This is a shuffling. This is me looking at the cards, pull one off the top, and you also get to pick, I believe, whether you want energy or kinetic failure because your weapon does both.
Kinetic, I guess.
I guess it is against KAC, but I'll allow you to pick. Kinetic?
Yes.
Ooh, boy. This is a great one for your sensor.
Which is gonna break, isn't it?
Oh no.
It was going to break on the natural 1 anyway.
It's so bad, Miles. It's called Rebound to the Face. You take the weapon damage, so you've rolled a 6 here for weapon damage. You take the weapon damage, and then the extreme blow is melee, so you get this as well. It's called Surprisingly Aerodynamic. Your weapon flies 3d6 squares in a randomly determined direction. That's like out of the ship if we bank it right.
Oh no!
Do you want to roll 3d6 for me? I'll roll the direction.
Sure.
So you get hit in the face and insult to injury, and then flies off your face a different direction.
Of course I roll. All right.
Oh my god!
Wow, really well on the 3d6. I've rolled. It's just going straight south of you. So I'm going to mark it on the map. It's kind of right next to Talara. So not that bad. It's almost within reach.
But is it also broken?
But it breaks then. Yeah.
But couldn't you use mending after the fight to fix it?
Oh, well, natural 1 with a sensor, yes.
I mean, he's got claws, so it's not like he's unarmed. But yeah, we're gonna have to fix that.
True. One moment.
I hate this game so much.
The junk sensor in Starfinder, when you roll the 1, has one more ability, right? It deals regular damage to the user and gains the broken condition. So I don't know
He's
about
taking 12 damage.
I think you're gonna have to roll the damage the second time because we've only got the first one from the crit card.
Okay.
Is this the first time you've junk sensor rolled?
He rolled a 1, but he used his reroll to undo it.
Yeah.
Minimum damage on the second one, so that's not too bad. But yes, it is indeed broken.
Not too. A level 2 character doing 9 points of damage to themselves on their turn is bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this fight got real bad real quick. This is the best. That is your turn, Kaz. Drew, onto you. This
so
thing is down on the flight deck, as it were.
All right, Kaz is going to take a guarded step here, and that is about all he can do right now. Can I look around to see if there's anything to climb on? Should this thing fly up after my turn?
Yeah, you're kind of standing on the destroyed back section of the ship where these turbines are. It might be a little difficult there, but there's a lot of kind of handholds to climb upon. Let's see, Nikithi, bottom of the turn order, back to you.
So Nikithi sees this, bad luck that Wynn has, and he believes that, Bumfuzzle and Kaz, they probably have this Electrovore nailed down. So he's going to send Idis over to flank with Wynn and trap this Electrovore on the other side of the room between Idis and Wynn, and then go ahead and do a melee attack. That will hopefully do better than the other one.
Get 'em's on this one.
Get 'em's on, so this is a +1 to whatever I roll. Ooh, I rolled a 7. Not gonna do it.
Plus,
Not gonna do it.
isn't it +3?
Yeah, did you add flanking?
Yeah, flank.
Oh, I did not add flanking. Miles, thank you.
Oh, you big dump.
So that makes it a 14.
That makes it a 14 exactly.
Yes, and it is only flanking because his weapon's gone, because an uplifted bear has some pretty nasty claws.
Yeah.
Still threatened with. So that is a hit. What'd you get on damage?
Max damage, so that was a very important hit. 6 points of damage.
Yikes.
Look at me paying attention.
Yeah, good job, man. Thank you.
Yeah, how dare you, Miles? Go back to browsing Reddit or whatever you guys do when it's not your turn. Okay, that's turn 2. Oh, it's my guys' turn again. Yay for me. Let's see. Now we've got the drone next to this one. I think this one between Win and Akithi is going to kind of guarded step back a little bit to try not to be flanked, and it's going to try its discharge ability again. Oh, maybe for the last time. Go ahead, and the three of you give me a reflex save. That's a fail for Talara, thank goodness. Natural 20 from Win. Oh, no. God. And Idis taking some damage here. Fail from Idis. 6 points of damage. Oh, you know what that means, Rebecca?
It means 1 point.
I've managed to deal damage to you.
Am I also staggered?
Yes. Both you and actually the drone cannot be staggered, correct?
Yeah, I do not think it can because of its construct status.
Okay. That is 3 points electricity to Win, 1 to Talar, and 6 to Idis. I think the one on top of Kaz doesn't want to do its ability again. I think it's just going to try to attack a Kaz first. So let me do that. Just coming at you, whipping its tail around, trying to pierce your armor true. Okay. And that is a hit. I've rolled 12 on it.
12 on the dice. Are you attacking EAC or KAC?
This is against KAC.
Have you factored in my +1 to AC for my entropy point that I earned for the last time you attacked me?
I've rolled a 23, so it is a hit.
That's all I needed to know. All I needed to know.
Juicy hit. 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Boy, where is it gonna go? It's gonna kind of fly around the back side of you now, maybe to its mate. Yeah, gonna fly to its mate. Okay, that is their turn. They gotta keep flying. They're a little loopy, so they don't have good hover ability here. Bumfuzzle, we're on to you.
I reach into a back pocket and pull out a sparking electricity net, and I throw it at these guys.
Electricity net?
Yeah, like a net, but it's like electrified. It's like what they bring down, I don't know, like all comic book characters with.
You foolish fool.
It's immune to electricity.
You've described something that's immune to.
That's fine. I don't need it. I don't need it to damage the thing. I just need it to distract it. Yeah.
I wanted to be that too so bad. Dog. 18 on the dice again.
Right. Yeah.
Again.
When I get to roll, I roll good.
Jabert this season has been insane with dice.
On my engineering checks, I've been on point.
Absolutely have been.
You
all right,
feel
yeah.
one, right?
Yeah. So the net just sort of like slips off the back of the wings, and as it turns around to look,
I did nothing.
Right. It's like, haha, that was a silly net that fell off of me, and then when it looks back at me, there's a laser right to its face.
Oh my.
17 on the attack.
Oh no, that's a hit.
All right, and 5 points of damage.
Ouch. So, second time it's been hit, both of them by a Bumfuzzle. Ouchies, ouchies. Talara, onto you. This one down here has been hit a couple times by you, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to keep shooting at it. So I'm staggered, so I can only take one action, right?
Standard or move, correct.
Right. So I'm going to raise my laser pistol and shoot a single time. And this has to get him up. So that's 11. Yeah.
That's a miss. That's not going to do it, unfortunately. When we are on to you, you can see your broken sensor kind of leaking fluid. Maybe in a pool of fire about 10 feet away on the southern edge of the room.
I'm going to keep get him on the same creature.
As a move action?
Yes. And then I guess try to attack with my claws.
Ooh, we don't get to see a lot of feral win very often. I'm excited.
God!
Oh my!
Seriously?
Oh
Oh heavens!
Another natural one.
Hey, do you guys hear that sound? That's the sound of Miles leaving his office and never coming back to this game again.
It's so good.
I am done.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
It's like it's not day.
I have historically complained about my low rolls. I've never done this. I don't think I've ever done this.
I have rolled
Yes, you have.
garbage this entire season.
You've rolled 2 natural ones back to back, Tyler, but never attacked, right?
Not attacks, no. Yeah, the 2 natural ones I had was the reflex save to fall off the Stargazer statue.
So good.
And then,
I should have killed you for that. Miles, once again, deck or critical fail generator on CosmicCrit.com, where we got all our fan submissions in.
I guess I'll go with the CosmicCrit.com.
Okay,
Yeah, picking the fans.
mixing it up a little bit. Now this is going to be a melee attack from our crit. Oh, this is like the exact same one you just...
Are you kidding?
It's called Bonk. It makes more sense if you had your sensor out, but you misjudge the swing of your weapon. The backswing hits you in your own head, but you only take 1d6 points of damage.
Wait. So I just punched myself like a...
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I'm just renaming my character Joey because this guy is like 3 feet his way away from this.
You don't even
So
do
good.
1d6 points of damage normally. You do 1d3.
Right. You punched yourself harder than you would have punched the Electrovore.
1d6, and you get a -2 to hit for the next round. Submitted by Grant. Thank you, Grant.
Thanks, Grant.
So,
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, for our listeners, he did 9 the last time. This is 4. So 13 points of damage to himself.
Oh my gosh.
That's insane.
It's
So the damage leader in this combat is Win.
like all up on
Miles,
my-
how are you doing HP SP wise?
Not well. Not well at all.
That is your turn, a move, and a standard. Kaz, we're back to you, Drew.
So the one is the one to the north. Is it flying right now?
It is, but it is within melee range. Didn't
Oh.
fly back.
Right. So Kaz is going to take a guarded step right here, and then he is going to punch this thing with an entropic strike. That is a 20 to hit
Oh, that's a hit.
for 4 damage.
Okay, and what kind of damage? Bludgeoning, acid, both?
Both. Let's do both.
Fun. It is still up, but it is taken enough laser blast from a bum puzzle and now a punch from you that it's hurting. You can see it kind of limping as it flies, tries to keep altitude here. Nikithi, back to you, Itis, in a bad place, kind of pinned in on the southern wall here.
Itis is going to also take a little step, guarded, to try to regain that flanking position on this original Electrovore that Win, Talara, and Itis have been attacking. And she's going to do another melee attack.
Mhm.
And take it down. Hopefully I will well. It's barely enough. 1 for get 'em, 2 for flanking is going to be 15.
That is a hit.
And another max damage roll.
Way to go. Way to go, Itis.
Good girl, Itis.
Once again, this one is also it's pretty bloodied. Both of them not looking great. Not looking great. Any movement from you, or are you done?
Oh boy. Let me see if I have any. Hold on to check really quick my inventory. I want to see if I have any serums. I might be able to run up and prepare a injection.
Ooh.
Nope. Sorry, Win. I don't have any serums.
Oh, well, someone's going to die. We are in turn 4, I believe, at the top of these creatures. I think this one it's in the middle between a Win, a Kaz, and a Itis is going to use its last ability to shock. Shocking grasp here. It's electrical ability. So the 3 of you, please make me another reflex save.
Come on, Itis.
Yes! Itis passed. A Kaz passed. Let's see, Miles, what you got? Ooh, 11 on the dice.
Oh no.
Or 8 on the dice. 11 Toto is a miss. 5 points of electricity damage. 2 for you two that passed.
I'm down.
Oh no.
The bear falls.
Kaz is using Mitigate, which allows me to spend one of my entropy points to knock that down by my Vanguard level, so I've taken no damage.
2 points of electricity gone. And this other one is just going to attack an Itis. Just a straight up tail whip.
That's a bad.
I don't know, I've hit, so I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd agree.
6 points of bludgeoning damage. I need to get a critical off, please, in order to get their stuff back. And they're just going to kind of flap around one another in kind of like a little circular dance, changing positions almost for their turn, for their movement. And that is their turn, and we're back to Bumfuzzle.
All right, Bumfuzzle reaches into a satchel at his side and pulls out a what looks like a box on a stick. And lays it on the ground, and he slides it across, and then he stomps on a pedal and says, "I ain't afraid of no ghosts."
We're moving across universes.
That's
Very
right.
often with Bumfuzzle's trade.
Yes. It's a 29 on the on that old skill check.
I'm sorry, these guys are CR10. Apparently,
I'll
as far as the actual difficulty of this encounter. No, go ahead and roll that attack. Are you talking the one with get him?
Is that still get him?
It is.
Okay, great. Yeah. Then yeah, just the one that's right in front of me, so that it would be a smooth path to slide the box across.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull up my proton pack, and just cross the streams. Oh gosh, it's only a 10. I cross the streams.
A 10 is a miss.
All right.
10's a miss again, so it's AC. Talara, back to you.
All right, can I move 5 feet and use a healing serum on Win?
I'll allow it.
Cool.
You're just moving right over to him, stabbing him. As you...
Yep. I hope he's okay with that. It's 2 points.
All right, well, Wynn's back. Now is unconscious, but is conscious again, but is lying down. Miles on the ground. But it is your turn, Miles. What do you like to do?
Get up.
Alrighty. Big old bear
Very
lumbers lumbers forward. This Electrovore closest to you eyes you greedily, sees weakness, and wants to bring you down.
And then I will attack with my claws.
Yeah. Natural 20 will do this, Miles. If you do.
That's a 9.
It's not that too, though. Oh, yeah. Nope. Even with you are still flanking with Itis. That is not enough. But you're back in the fight. Kaz, Drew, onto you.
Kaz is going to take a guarded step down, and he is now flanking with Itis for this.
Oh, yeah. The one with Get 'em as well.
Was Get him active any longer?
I don't think so.
Ooh, no. At the end of the turn, you're right.
Shouldn't have said anything. Here we go. Entropic Strike.
How dare we be honest?
So that with flanking is going to be a 14 to hit
That is the venom you needed.
for 5 points of acid and bludgeoning damage.
So close to dropping this guy, but he's still doing good. Still up. Boy, oh boy, does it look like it's about dead. Nikiti, onto you.
Itis is going to do a full attack. One attack going to each creature.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
baby.
Drops them both
Get it
right
down.
here. Itis is flanking
Itis.
on both of these creatures.
Get up, what you get down.
You've
So-
placed your pawn in a very advantageous position, Tyler. Let's see if the dice roll will heed your bloodlust for your trip.
Please, dice, see my strategy.
So the first one, the one between you and Kaz, let's roll it.
Yes. And that's going to be an effective -2.
Yeah.
So, I rolled a 17, so that's going to do it.
Itis tears this thing apart, just wing ripped off its body, and its body like kind of coils and goes into a death spiral amongst the engine in the back here. Second attack, go ahead and take it against this other one.
Yeah. Now that this one Electrovore is a widow, we wouldn't want to leave it by itself for the rest of its life, so might as well do it.
Oh yeah, you're a monster.
with this second attack. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
I like how we don't announce natural ones. We just say, "Oh no!"
Everyone knows what happens.
Yeah, that's a natural one. Crit fail deck, Tyler, or the online generator.
Do I risk the JJJ or do I go with the Paizo card?
It's the enemy you know versus the enemy you don't.
Get these shuffled for you. One of the best purchases I've made from Paizo.com. Spice up your play, everybody. They're fun.
Let's do the Paizo cards.
You dumb dummy. All right, Idases. Survival knife. Claws coming at you. Kinetic damage. This doesn't affect Idis one bit.
Yes!
Yes! It's sharper than I thought. But I'll read this because it is horrific. You are poisoned as per Blue Winnis. Which is, memory serves pretty nasty poison you do not want to be affected with in the beginning of combat.
And not great.
The extreme cold is frozen. It's cold damage. Does not affect us. Which means you got off scot-free. I hope.
Made the right choice. Thank you to Paizo for giving me that card.
Alrighty, but it is still this creature's turn. It is, actually, you guys can make attacks of opportunity because you've knocked it down low enough. It is just going to straight fly up and try and get out of here. Now that is a win, a Kaz, and an Idis that are within striking distance.
Entropic Strike, baby. It's a 22 to hit.
That's a hit, but it's still going.
That's an 18 to hit.
Oh boy, Idis destroys the other one too.
Yeah!
Oh gosh.
I wanted
Well
that kill
done.
credit, but I talked first.
Well, we were doing them in initiative turn order. Win missed with a bear claw. Kaz hit, but it was like I could see freedom in this hole at the top of the ceiling. Idis, 2 kills, 2 confirmed Electrovore kills. Yeah, and we are out of combat.
Nikithi immediately comes into the room and starts dissecting these Electrovores to make those gauntlets for Cass.
Talara pets Idis and congratulates her since Nikithi is completely ignoring her.
Idis literally limps over to you because she has sustained heavy damage.
Yeah, Win passes out.
Yeah. Bumfuzzle walks over to Win and starts petting Win because Win did a good job.
No, he didn't. He did the opposite of that.
I believe in you. I believe in you, Win. Don't be so hard on yourself. You showed a good effort. And just pat behind the ears, scratching behind the ears.
Kaz just walks up and stabs Win with a healing serum.
Bat stab.
2 points of damage. Unbelievable.
Right, just like it's like I was gonna kill you the whole time. Oh wait, that was a healing serum. This is good for you. Good for you.
So I assume we need to take a 10-minute rest. Do we feel safe doing it here?
Yeah.
So while you guys are resting, I will use mending on Win's sensor.
Awesome.
Good call.
And fix that.
We're going to need 30 minutes.
Miles, how you working on healing, buddy? How you working on HP?
I have 4 HP.
I am going to try to stick you with another healing serum.
Stick me up, baby.
Dig him up.
7!
7.
Much better.
That is nice.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little more pep in my step.
3 times better than the last one. So who all was taking a burning an RP to get back stamina now?
Kaz was.
Winnie the Blue.
Yeah, Bumfuzzle will do that as well.
Talari, you want to burn one? Get that 1 HP back?
Got 1 HP.
1
or
SP?
No.
Right.
I will be using mending, though, so I'll be busy.
Nikithi is going to request that we take a 30-minute break because he gets out a aerosol can that just says pseudo void flesh on it, and he just starts spraying Idis.
Somewhat void flesh. I can't believe it's not void flesh.
I can't believe it's not void flesh aerosol can.
Is there an engineering bay somewhere on the ship that we can go to fix Idis faster?
There is not anything listed in the map as an engineering bay. The section marked 4 to the kind of northeast is marked technology laboratory, tech lab. So potentially they'll have something here. It seems like most of the stuff that might have been here in the engine room has been destroyed. But while we are resting, you guys thinking of what to do next, let's do the old XP roundup total, because this is a pretty hard encounter, believe it or not. It's, I think
I believe it.
I mean, it's as hard as Olaraha. This is a CR4 encounter, which means you guys get 1,200 XP total, or 300 each. And what does that bring our subtotal to?
That's 2475.
Ooh, boy. Yes.
Ooh, boy.
I like it.
Right. So let's see. As you guys are resting and doing some repairs here, you can tell that you're gonna have to do something to this eastern door if you want to walk through it. It seems to be kind of off its hinges, as it were. It needs to be shifted back into frame. Looks like the bulkhead is kind of tilted at an angle against the floor.
Sounds like a simple engineering check.
Why don't we go check the door up to the north?
The door that you came through?
I believe he's talking about this door in the into corridor at the very top.
The door the door that goes from room 2 to room 4.
Right. Well, that's up to you. You can also try to repair this door if you want, Bumfuzzle. Seems like something within your purview with engineering.
Well, Nikithi, while you're working on that robo drone, I'm going to put this door back together.
Good point. You've got plenty of time.
Yeah, it'll be a 29 on the check.
DC 18, so you were able to not only get it back on the right track, but oil it up a little bit. It's going to open very easily.
Yeah, perfectly. I'm going to get this ship back and running, guys. Don't worry about it.
Nikithi is taking so long that Kaz goes over to Bumfuzzle's door and breaks it again.
And then I fix it one more time.
And Kaz can put it back on its hinges with just a simple strength check, like Fonzie, elbow it. And, the southern door, what was the southern door, as you're looking at Bumfuzzle, I think you get this check automatically. It looks like the engine was recently brought online within a few days, and it seemed like there was an explosion here, as you see fairly recently cooled slag and burn marks all along that side of the engine room. It looks like it might have, by the map you were given, opened up into a hallway, but it is completely impassable now. This section here to the south.
So this looks like a new development here.
Yes,
like some new carbonization or something.
Well, I mean, everything else is grown over. There's moss and plants, and this is new slag, new metal, and looks like kind of newly disturbed rock.
Wasn't that a Shin song?
Since this is the engineering bay, and what we were looking for was a rune drive, are there any hints or evidence that some large piece of literally like a mechanical drift drive has been moved or destroyed?
Well, while you're looking around, maybe giving Itis a little walk so they can do their
diagnostics,
their dog duties, I guess.
Oh, that too.
Expel some lubricant, some used oil. On the north side of the room, you see a pedestal about 4 foot wide, 3 feet tall, aka a goblin's worst nightmare to climb. And up and down the sides of it are Aslanti runes, and on top you see a large hemisphere indentation with dozens of ports and wire hookups, but it is empty now. Seems like it did indeed at one point hold something very important.
I take it there's nothing else I can gain from it? Hack it?
Nope. It doesn't look like it's hooked into the main computer.
What size item would this might this have been?
I mean, it could have been anywhere from a foot across from the indentation to like 5 foot across.
Okay.
It looks like they gave it a good deal of room here.
So it'd be like at least like 3 or 4 bulk.
It would have been very large. It would have required several people to probably move. The pedestal alone seems to be strong enough to support something several hundred pounds.
Okay. I'm just curious if like somebody could sneak out with it, or if it'd be something that'd have to like put on a hover trike and carry away. Or
A
something.
very, very, very strong person could sneak out with it, but
Yeah, no.
Maybe like a big blue bear.
Whoa!
I give Win a side eye.
where's the drive, Win? Where's the drive?
And then before we get going any further, Nikithi might come up to, or Nikithi will come up to Kaz and say, "Would you like a long-range weapon for any other flying creatures we may encounter for the rest of our time on this planet?"
Oh, there is a implied subtext to that question. I like it.
Hey, Kaz, you want a long arm?
I count on my
Wink.
fists to do my talking for me.
Oh my!
But
Well, when your fist can reach into the sky and shoot something out of it,
Oh my!
that would be my favorite today. But for now,
Oh my!
I will accept what you are giving me. But I would like you to tell me what you're giving me because I am bad at clues.
you will be taking a semi-automatic pistol. Congratulations, you've won a semi-automatic pistol.
I thought you were giving me gauntlets. Come on.
Again,
No.
gauntlets aren't long range. They will not help you against a flying.
to punch!
Okay. So there were Aslanti runes on this pedestal. Can someone read those or figure out what they mean? Or
I speak it as Lanty.
That's your
Yeah, it doesn't look like modern Aslanti. It looks like some kind of runic, ancient, magical, perhaps.
Yeah, I think like
Version.
runes aren't necessarily an alphabet. It's just like they're like a symbolic language, and so
If anyone has a mysticism
I just
check,
meant
you can-
I was wondering
See
if
if
we
you
can
can-
recognize what they indicate. Or
yeah.
well, maybe our
Wait.
resident
Oh no.
mystic,
Ignore
Oh
Talara.
no.
our resident mystic can maybe check. Oh no, she can't.
What do you guys roll?
Natural 1 from Talara.
Oh, great.
Hey, Kaz, what'd you get?
A 5. It's a 5.
Is it a natural
It's a
one?
5.
It's a
I
natural
might
one.
have a +4 to mysticism, but I rolled a 5.
Tyler.
Oh, Nikithi has a +7 to mysticism, and he rolled a 16, so 23 altogether.
Pretty good. It is the runes look like various things that probably were magically powered at one point. It seems like they might have faded away because you don't really see any of the hallmarks of magical power inscribed in them now. But you think more than likely they were probably some kind of energy dampeners or channelers for whatever this device was on top.
Now, guys, I think this just says wet floor, so be careful. Might be a wet floor.
Could be a wet floor, guys.
Could be one of those. That's why they put those electric monsters in here.
Yeah, everyone takes damage. You're all shocked. So you guys are rested up. That fight was basically nothing. The two doors you've not gone through yet. There is one to the north leading to section 4, and there's one to the east that you have repaired that goes to section 5, which just says on the map Central Corridor.
Well,
Nikithi would like to check out. Would like to go through the central corridor and then into the room, the technological room, which is marked N4.
Kaz feels odd about going through the middle. He wants to go through the door to the north of the engine room, back into N2, and then come through the northern part.
Oh, so one way, one the other. What does Win, Bumfuzzle, and Talara say?
Bumfuzzle's just gonna walk through the door he just repaired, and he looks at Kaz as though Kaz is an ungrateful person for the hard work that Bumfuzzle has done.
Yeah, he broke it and everything too.
Win is going to go through the door that Bumfuzzle fixed.
Yeah, Talara is following the majority of the group, and Kaz is all alone.
Yeah, Nikithi gets on the comms with Kaz and says, "Kaz, we should open these doors simultaneously so we can take any people inside by surprise."
So, Drew, are you indeed splitting the party? Are you moving to the other set of doors, or do you want to stick with people?
Do it, Drew.
Since I'm the only one that came up here, it makes me immediately regret everything. But I've made this decision, and yes, I'm splitting the pronking party.
Yes.
So, what you see in the southern corridor here the central corridor, it's fairly short. It looks like on the map it goes a lot further, aft to forward, but it seems to have been completely destroyed to the east as a bulkhead has collapsed under tons of rocks. The untold many years of age that this ship has been lying under this hill. To the south, though, you see another door, and it's marked on the map as Perep's Chamber. The outside, you see a large symbol etched on the door, very ornate, and it looks to be like a crest of some sort. You see a flaming trident with some smaller runic symbols on it. Does anybody want to investigate that door, or you guys want to head north?
I want to investigate that door.
Do you have a culture check you want to roll me?
Sure. It's a 13.
Yeah, you're not sure exactly what this means. It is some sort of ancient heraldry. You don't know what it means. It's very ornate. You have noticed that none of the other doors you've passed so far have had anything like this. It must mean this room is somewhat special.
Bumfuzzle is going to radio over to Kaz and say, "All right, are you in position?"
I am ready for whatever might strike at us.
All right.
Enter this room.
All right, good. And then Kaz is going to count down, Bumfuzzle is going to count down until 1 and then open the door.
Okay, you guys can move yourselves in first. I guess Kaz and Bumfuzzle, you want to be on the doors?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. This is indeed marked on the lab as tech laboratory. As you open the room, it is pitch black inside, save for maybe a small flashing light here or there. A malodorous funk fills the air, that of astringent chemicals, mold, and stale air. You see broken shelves and tables, nearly destroyed, probably from the crash. And as you're walking in, stepping forward, you hear movement as someone rises up from the eastern corner, stumbling forward, knocking items off the table in a form of shambling movement. And then a second person rises up, a body from the other side of the table. Flesh barely clings to these human skeletons. Their green officers' uniforms seem to almost fall off their bodies. They lunge towards you all. Oh, it's time for initiative rolls.
Oh, friends, we come in Oh, no!
Weldis, what are you doing here?
Weldis, get out of here!
Everybody, initiative. God.
Significantly better initiative.
Dude, Miles,
buddy, reset your cash, man.
Can I send you like a hug or some money or like love?
A cyanide pill?
Oh man, I don't know if Amazon will let me send cyanide pills. I'm trying. I'll look it up.
I've been trying for like a month.
It's just a natural one on initiative. Who needs to go first in combat?
The fighters.
It's useless.
And the envoys.
And everyone else that wants to live. This is what these folks look like. Let me show you this fine piezo art. These, yeah.
Oh, there's a dice.
That's some pretty well conditioned hair.
How come every old ship in Starfinder has zombies in it? Like,
it's almost like if you die in a horrific accident, you're more likely to come back undead. Not saying these are definitely undead, but they smell pretty bad.
Where I got a mysticism check.
So we are in initiative, turn order. I've got a massively fast moving zombie initiative here. First in the turn order, these can shamble up to their feet. Kaz, it is your turn. There's one of these things about 10 feet across from you.
Is there a check I can make to try to identify what these things are?
Yeah, for these zombies, they are indeed.
Can you see? Can Kaz see?
Zombies. Kaz, it is full on dark here. You're seeing the outline of these forms, but if you move forward, you can get a whiff of what you're dealing with.
All right, I'll take a guarded step.
Yeah, moving right next to this one. For undead creatures, I believe indeed it's going to be mysticism.
Here we go. 15.
And Drew, these indeed to be. Kaz knows them to be zombies, to be sure, but you recognize them as wearing Aslanti kind of uniforms, and they seem to be ancient Aslanti, perhaps maybe some of the technomagic workings of the ship help preserve their bodies because they smell awful, but they look pretty good. That hair is looking shiny.
Hair is looking really good.
They
It's just
are
like stepped out of a Pert Plus commercial. It's amazing.
they made conditioner in this technomagic lab.
Dr. Ruth is over in the corner saying, "Try the body wash."
They're that's a deep cut. They are indeed mummified almost.
So all I have to do is pull on their wrappings and they'll all unravel.
Do you, with a 15, I can tell you one bit of information about them. What do you want to know?
Do they have any special attacks?
Nothing really special. It looks like they just make slambo attacks. Just try and beat people down to feast on them.
I see. Do I have the action economy to attack one of these things doing that roll?
Yeah, that's a free action. So.
Entropic Strike. That is a 24 to hit.
A hit.
That's 6 damage.
Max damage too. Okay, not messing around with this one to the north side of the room. Like, kind of might be only you fighting this thing because you're on the other side of the table on the north side. But you notice your bludgeoning punches don't seem to be doing much of anything to this zombie. Bumfuzzle, you are next.
I see Kaz fighting almost blindly at this zombie mummy looking thing.
Oh yeah, no, good point. I need you to make a 50-50 miss.
Oh no!
Jabert!
Oh, I'm the best GM. I don't forget anything. Roll me a D100, Drew.
Before I roll this, what's hit and what's miss?
Oh, always high is good for you. Low is bad.
77.
The record is clean, and Jabert gets 2 cool points.
Well, I was just gonna say, so I see how dark it is, and so I load up that same little like launcher gun that I shot the chaff out of with a flare, and I just like point it right at the guy, and I shoot a flare right into the zombie's chest cavity, and it's good.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That goes right through the uprights.
It gets lodged in the chest of this beast.
Right. And I say, Kaz, that's right there. And then I'm gonna move forward and attack it with my survival knife.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You are moving on top of looks like a pretty sturdy table there.
Oh no, a table!
Yeah.
How high is the table?
I'm so sorry, Jabert. It is about 3 feet tall.
Oh, good. Then I crouch over slightly and I walk underneath it.
Yes!
Solid table. It is full of cabinets and things. It is impassable.
That's not what tables are, Patrick. I've been to your house. I've seen your table. And
you see the center island in my kitchen too. You can't walk under that.
I know you didn't say it was an island. You said it was a table.
It's
okay, anyway,
to the wall, so it's not really an island.
Okay, all right, well, fine. That's all right.
Do you want to make a very simple climb check to get upon a table?
No, I'm gonna shoot at it.
Okay. It's so easy to climb. You just can't jump straight up.
Okay, well then I'll climb it. Right,
well,
fine.
Let's see the climb check.
Yeah, all right. I can climb up on top of it.
18 will do.
Okay, that was a 24 on the athletics check, listeners.
18 on the dice.
It's just like at first level, these things can go very differently. It's like how in Pathfinder, rivers are the most dangerous thing in the game. Like
we saw in the Olaraha fight. Don't laugh about that. Okay, you're up on the table. You're up on the island. Your workstation.
I climb up onto the island and I walk over and you know what? No, I'm gonna stand back and I'm gonna shoot with my azimuth laser pistol.
Okay.
Directly at the brightly lit target that I have painted on this thing. Oh man, a toot! Natural toot!
That will not do it.
But Patrick, well, a 7 against flat-footed EAC attack.
Oh, it will not.
Ah, shucks. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it's extremely close. It won't.
It's just I rolled real bad.
I should mention now that you can see over the table, you can see that Kaz barely did any damage to this thing. You saw maybe a brief flash in the darkness as his entropic strike lit into it, but this creature is still coming and looks almost unmarred.
I just sort of call out and say, Kaz, hit it harder! Hit it harder than that!
Yeah, harder than max damage, please.
Yeah, do it better than that!
I'm sorry, Bumfuzzle. I am going to need at least 3 episodes to charge up.
Come here. Nikithi, you are next.
All right, so Nikithi is going to spend his move action to help Idis out and move. She's going to move into the room, but then towards the back of the room. And there's a space that seems to have a chair in it. I'm assuming she can occupy that space.
Yeah, the back there is just kind of destroyed cabinets and things like that, but you can kind of walk on top.
She's going to do that scene from Jurassic Park where she nestles into a cabinet to hide from velociraptors. But while she's doing it, she's going to shoot a gun at the zombie that is kind of down in the corner of the room.
Gotcha.
She's kind of shooting right down this little alley. And let's see how that's going to do. That was a 4 on the dice. Oh my lord. Well, that's a miss since it was a 7, and we've already established that 7 is not enough.
Let's move on unless you got a movement you want to do.
I do have a standard. So Nikithi kind of brings a hand up, and he just he creates this little sphere of slime in his hand, and then he throws it on the ground in front of the zombie, and he creates a area of difficult terrain.
Okay,
that's it.
It doesn't make a slip and slide in the
No, it's not like Grease. If it was like Grease, that would be fantastic. No, it's just difficult terrain.
Okay. Well, this thing actually, Bumfuzzle, it might make you can get an attack of opportunity if you've got your dagger out, because this one is going to move through that difficult terrain and move right in front of Nikithi.
Oh, come on, Patrick.
Oh.
Close the door.
What?
He closes the door.
Oh, just like that scene in Jurassic Park, it doesn't want to close the raptors.
That's hilarious.
You should have brought the reference out. Yeah, but it's shambles forward. It doesn't seem like it has the ability to attack you, or it's just moving so slow. It doesn't get a chance. It's standing right there on the other side of the door. And this one up here to the north is going to attack Kaz. It's going to come at you, try and bludgeon you, Kaz. Bludgeon death. Ooh, boy. I have rolled fairly well here. That is a hit, a 13 on the dice. And let me roll some damage. Oh, my goodness. Almost max damage. That is 11 points of damage. Kaz. Bludgeoning to your chest.
Cass has gained 1 entropy point.
Talara, we're on to you. You can see this thing through the doorway. Nikithi's kind of blocking your shot. What would you like to do?
Yeah, Talara, prior to this zombie moving in front, has been kind of peeking around Nikithi and Bumfuzzle and kind of seeing inside the room and noticing that Kaz is having some difficulty. He did pretty well considering he's blind, but she's going to cast dancing lights and give him a little help. So he's now got a flashlight in front of him to light his way in the darkness. And awesome. I think that's about all I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out my pistol.
Are you going to guess the zombies don't have to worry about the darkness?
You know from your role that they indeed have dark vision of some sort. Okay, that means we are on to win at the bottom of the turn order.
Not a whole lot of options as far as the big bear is concerned. It's a tight corridor. Yep. Can I see the zombie in the doorway?
Yes. Yeah, it has a little bit of cover in the doorway, but you can see it from where you're standing on the western side of the central corridor, or you can move, if you want, to get in melee range to the eastern side behind the Nikithi. But yeah, either way, both of you guys will have a little bit of cover from one another.
All right, so I can do melee from right here?
Yes.
All right, so he moves down the hall a little bit, kind of right beside Nikithi, and he's going to try to attack with his junk sensor.
Okay.
I rolled a 1, I swear.
You've tapped all your bad luck out. It's time to tap in that good luck. Good. Ooh, it almost wanted to be that.
Oh, it's 11.
11 is going to be a miss against KAC. And that's turn 1. Kaz, top of turn 2.
So I'm looking at the map and seeing that we're right over potentially some kind of chasm.
Nope. No,
that's not a
it's
chasm.
just sheer rock. Like the other corridors, it is just completely collapsed. The bulkhead destroyed, and rocks and dirt have filled in there.
I guess I'm gonna have to just do 2 entropic strikes.
Ooh, boy.
Strike the first. That is a 17 to hit
Oh, it's a hit.
for 5 damage.
Okay, basically nothing.
17 to hit.
Okay, both potential hits. Roll me D100s for both of these.
Do I not
No,
get?
he has dancing
I
light.
have dancing light, so I can see.
My darkness spell has foiled. But now that you can see your punches, it looks like they are doing nothing to this creature. Next to nothing. Bump Puzzle, on to you.
All right, I'm going to, let's see, does Nikithi have a weapon out?
Not a melee weapon.
Not a melee weapon. All right. Okay. Bumfuzzle is going to reach into a pouch and pull out a piece of plastic and then snap it between his fingers and punch it right into the open rib cage of this undead monster, just to sort of light it up a little bit. Give it a little more lighting, just like I did with the flare on the other guy. It was a dud.
Oh no! Oh no! Once again, a second failed engineering check
of the campaign. Yeah.
In this many episodes, that's probably okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Getting the natural one out here though, which means Luck's got to turn on the attack roll at least.
Yeah. So I'm going to then take a slash right across the hand. Going to go for a tendon. Hopefully I can keep it from attacking up my friend Nikithi. Only an 11 on the attack versus KAC.
With no bonuses, that is a miss. Yeah, sorry. That is your full turn, bringing us to Nikithi.
Oh, Nikithi has a zombie in front of him.
Yeah.
He's gonna spend his turn getting away. Man. Yeah, he's just gonna back up into the engineering room. He's gonna go back into the engineering room.
Okay. Let me double check here. It does not make an attack of opportunity.
All right, and then
So slow, it reaches out and you're like already down the hole.
Awesome. And then Idis is going to make let's just do one shot. There's no get him. One flame shot that will hopefully find its mark. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there's the bad luck going around.
That's 2 4s in a row, friends.
Yeah, but 2 7s to attack. Yeah, if you get a third, I think you do a special attack. 3 7.
I'll hold you to it.
Miss. Palpable miss there. We've got zombie all to Kaz's self, and I think this one is actually just going to stagger out into the hallway between a Talara and a Win. And I believe Win, you can make attack of opportunity because it's going to move all the way to the southern door. Symbol on it.
It's a 12.
12 against KAC is, I believe, a miss. Oh well, we need better than a 9, it looks like. And this one on top of Kaz is going to attack again. 14 on the dice is a hit. Roll the d6. Max damage this time, 12 points of damage.
Patrick.
Yeah,
Sirenscape has a undead rasp noise. Should we check it out?
I would love to.
Here it is.
That's exactly what they sound like.
Yeah,
Sirenscape,
all right.
guys. The best.
That's gonna be their attack noise for the rest of this encounter.
All right, so Cass is out of SP.
Good times. That's both their turns. It seems like they're only moving or attacking, which brings us to Talara.
Talara is going to take a guarded step back and then run into the hall.
Okay. Well, okay. You just leaving? Are you peacing out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and see Kaz.
Okay. So you can take a full withdrawal action and move a little further if that's all you're doing this turn. But
Oh, can I? How far can I go?
I think withdrawal you can
It's like 2 move actions worth of movement.
withdraw as a full action is double your speed. So I'm guessing 60 feet.
Oh, yeah, sweet. Okay.
That's all you can do.
Well, yeah, I'll go right outside the door next to Kaz.
Alrighty, and Win, we're back to you. Now you're alone with the zombie. Aren't you happy, Miles?
I am.
And you're kind of in the corner because you're stuck up against this back wall.
Well, I am going to try to bonk it.
Yeah, bonk away. Single attack.
That's a 18.
That's a hit.
Nice. For 5 points of damage.
And you're in the full brightness of this hallway, and it also seemingly unfazed by the blow. Not really doing much. That is the end of turn 2, which brings us back to the top of the turn order. Kaz punching away at this guy.
Kaz has put a number of hits into this thing and doesn't seem to be doing much, and he seems to be taking more damage than he wants to for a dumb zombie. Now that he's got some dancing lights that illuminate the room a little bit better, is there anything he can see that might provide any guidance as far as why these zombies don't seem to be taking any damage?
Let's see. I mean, if you want to roll another mysticism check or somebody else, I can give you more information about these fun guys.
I was going to wait till Nikithi's turn because I was going to ask the same question. What's causing the absorption of damage?
Yeah, roll it. See if you guys can figure it out between you.
Okay. That's a natural.
Can I try?
one.
Yeah, no, anyone that's seen these guys, I think you've all seen them at this point.
Nikithi got a 23.
Oh, good. So you can actually find out a couple things. You do know no special attacks. I've basically given away the ghosts that they are staggered. They are fully staggered zombies, so only a mover, standard action, and a round. I imagine you want to know, besides undead immunities, they have DR5 against everything except magic. Fine.
Great.
Oh, that's fantastic. Nikithi will relay that hit and run tactics are going to be the best here to try to hit the zombie and then move away, force them to move, and they will not be able to attack.
Yeah, but who has magic attacks that can do anything to them?
Not me.
Wouldn't the tiny demon?
No, that's kinetic. He bites.
What about your water elemental?
Same. It's a slam.
Yeah, it's an elemental. It'd have to be something like magic missile or caustic conversion, something like that.
And I have nothing like that.
Oh yeah, it's not great. Kat, it is your turn. You've landed one punch. Now you can see this thing that seems to have, maybe broken a single bone, but it's still coming at you. What do you want to do?
I'm going to make a single entropic strike.
Go for it.
It's a 16 to hit.
It is a hit. As you switch up and you're punching these things and doing the acid entropic strikes, it seems to be a little more effective. And you're blasting bits and pieces off this zombie.
So I'm going to move.
Okay, yes. Moving away from this thing towards the end of the table. Wow, good 13 feet. And Bumfuzzle, you're next.
So I think there's been a little bit of damage put on the fellow up to the north. So I am going to coordinate with Kaz's punch and pull down a little visor in front of my eyes to sort of pinpoint exactly where he punched. And I'm gonna try to shoot my laser pistol directly where his middle knuckle was. Boop, 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 boop. We're gonna see if I can figure out where that is. That's only a 19 on the engineering check, so that's not gonna do it.
You just don't know what these things are.
So it's not even worth rolling the dice on the attack, and so
you can roll a crit, right?
I suppose, yeah.
Wait, no. All right, are they immune to crits?
Yeah, no, it's nothing.
Are undead immune to crits? I feel like.
I think they are immune to crits.
Yeah. Rebecca, Drew's first attack only worked because he rolled max damage, which is a 6, so he did 2 points of damage.
Oh, okay. So they just have like
he did 1 point of damage.
They have DR5. So.
Gotcha.
Undead are immune to just about everything, but crits work.
Oh, okay.
Bleed, death effects, mind affecting, disease, paralysis, poison, stunning, ability damage, energy damage. Oh boy, so much. Non-lethal is what they're mainly immune to, but crits will do it. So,
but they're not immune to acid.
Ooh boy, 15 won't do it. Yeah, no, they immune to everything except magic. So unless you guys have some fusions working on your weapons, nothing is gonna go. Nikithi, you are next.
All right, Idis is going to... Can Idis shoot over the center table?
I think I might require her climbing up as well or moving.
Okay. I just will move past Kaz and just try to take a.
I mean, from where you are on the opposite side of the room, you can. They will have like full cover.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I would suggest moving.
Yeah, I just will move so that she moves basically from one side of the room to the other, so she has a clear shot. And her knowing what we know, Nikithi's looking at the specs for the burn weapon. The burn weapon could possibly get past this thing's innate ability to absorb damage.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just gonna have her keep shooting. Hope for something better. Oh my goodness! Why? Why?
Natural one. Is this your second natural one? Oh, the second
That's
natural one.
4 natural 1 attacks this game.
Cursed episode, the lost episode, because Drew's going to delete the file when we're done recording. I think you took the online Crittermander deck both. No, you use the Starfinder deck. You want to use the website now, or do you want to take another card?
We'll use the website.
Oh, we're switching up as well.
Yeah, I might as well go back and forth. I want to show equal love to the people who are going to kill us with fails.
So I read the wrong one because you're making a ranged attack, correct?
This is a ranged attack.
I read the melee, which was submitted by JJJ, but our ranged attack is submitted by Specs AK. Thank you, Specs.
Thanks, Specs,
for listening, for being a fan. It's called What the What. As you fire your weapon, for some reason, instead of emitting an energy blast, it just makes the sound of an old slug throwing rifle. Did you forget to update the firmware? There is no negative. Basically, this is like another gimme.
Yes.
Oh boy, how did this pass our stringent quality assurance process? I should have made at least a -2 or something. But wow, Idis lucking out twice.
Whoo!
These crit fails. Let's go ahead and keep going.
Can Nikithi do something?
Yeah, you got a movement still, right?
I have a standard. It's a move action to help Idis, and then I have a standard.
Yeah, gotcha.
So my standard, I'm going to try and give Wynn some harrying fire.
Ooh,
it's really the best I can try and do. Wynn's got the beef to try and actually put damage on these guys, so I want to try and give him the best chance he possibly can. So AC 15, no modifiers here. Come on, Nikithi. Yeah, I rolled a 19. So you get a +2 to this next attack against this zombie. Miles?
Well, everyone gets +2, right? Or is it just the next attack?
I think it's just the next attack, if I'm remembering correctly.
Oh, cool.
Well,
so I got +2 to my next attack.
That'll probably be Wynn. Okay, but Wynn, this one is up in front of you and is going to try and slam into you first.
He shouldn't.
Oh, I don't think they do. What's your KAC?
13.
You upgraded to some heavy armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that will stop this thing's attack. It just bounces off your mishmash of his lanty and homegrown armor. Boy, oh boy, there's not a lot of ways for me to miss, but that'll do it. This one to the north is going to move to the west and get right next to Idis and Talara, standing in the doorway to the north. That is their turn, and Talara, it's your turn.
Yeah, can I use Detect Magic to see if there's anything on the zombie or in the room that is protecting them or something?
You can. That's a standard action if you want to use that.
Yeah, I have literally nothing I can do.
You can shoot it with your azimuth laser pistol that deals...
Not while it's standing right next to me. I guess I could use my survival knife and it will do nothing. So, I mean...
So remember, these things are staggered, so they can either attack or move. So you could back up and shoot it, and it wouldn't affect you.
I don't think they get any reaction attacks either.
That's a good point. They are staggered.
I mean, I could summon, but it bites, and I could baleful polymorph, but it's already staggered. It's not going to help. Like, I have nothing that I can do.
Does baleful polymorph maybe remove some of the resistances it has by any chance?
No, all it does is it takes a -1 penalty to a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, at this level, it's fairly weak.
I mean, I would just detect magic and move away if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I think I'll I'll detect magic in the room. It's a 60-foot cone, and then back up by 5 feet.
Tons of extremely faint, perhaps techno magic traces, like little wisps here and there of all this destroyed equipment. A very large necromancy magic coming off of these two creatures, but nothing else besides that. When we are on to you, this one is looking over its shoulder at a Sharon shooting in its direction. What do you want?
All right. So I'm going to try to kabonk it with my junk sensor.
Mm-hmm.
Please roll well here.
That's a 19 and 22 to hit for 6 points of damage.
Yep, put some damage on the board there for this one.
And I'm going to take a step back.
Wise decision. Next turn, Kaz. Back to you, Drew.
Kaz is going to attack this one that is menacing him and Idis with an entropic strike.
Ooh.
That is a 15 to hit.
It's a hit.
4 damage, that's minimal. And he is going to take a guarded step.
Bumfuzzle.
I'm gonna do something clever with an engineering check, and then
We'll be the judges of that.
yep, not very clever. So don't even worry about this.
3 on the dice. It's unbelievable. It's like you have. Is this Bumfuzzle's one weakness? Is undead?
Maybe.
Oh
I think
no.
so.
So okay, yeah. So I didn't natural fail. So don't worry about it.
Oh, you just rolling straight. D20.
Yeah, I just rolled a d20 just to make sure I didn't crit 1. Just because it was like there's very little I can do typically.
You could roll 20 as well. But Nikithi, you are next.
Nikithi's checking the party inventory to see if there are any weapons that could help, and sees none. So Idis is going to pretty much mirror what Cass has done, except she's going to move and then shoot. Because the fire weapon she has is better. Oh man, that's not gonna.
Once again, they can't make reaction attacks. So.
Oh, you're right. So she can shoot and move. Thank you. So
Blast it up close.
yep, shooting with the fire gun. Gonna roll a 17. Oh, what's that damage? What?
Minimum damage.
All right, and then Idis is going to. Oh man, back up behind Kaz. Support Kaz, and Nikithi's going to do the same thing, which is try to provide herring fire for wind.
Okay, you are whittling these down. It's still up and coming at you. This one's looking pretty hurt, though. Yep, the zombie's going to move in on Kaz to the north, and this one to the south, I think, is actually going to move to Nikithi.
Oh, that's.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
Oh, please leave.
No, I'm okay. That is their turn, though. They have to move. I guess, Miles, you get an attack of opportunity.
Yes, I do.
Because you're still within 10 feet. Okay.
No!
Sensor!
What?
Destroyed.
God.
It's natural 1. Oh. So it's destroyed once again. Talar did not fix it correctly the first time. 6 points of damage to you, and do you want the card or the website?
Card.
Okay, kinetic or energy. You picked okay. There's bad. Oh boy, there's a bad extreme blow. But for kinetic, you take half weapon damage and move 1 step down the strength poison check.
Oh, God.
Until healed, which I believe is the weakened. I will double check that. It's not great.
Maybe. Okay, can we? Okay, wild idea. What if we were to kite them outside the ship and then run in the ship and just lock them outside?
I mean, that's fine. We could potentially be doing damage because they can only move or attack. So as long as we attack and move, they're not.
It's just going to take forever because none of us do enough damage. Like the most we can do. I mean, it is literally you're totally right. We could absolutely do that, and I guarantee we'll win. It's just going to take an hour.
I understand that, but I don't trust that Patrick will let us lock a door.
You have seen no doors that lock since you've come in here, except actually there's a small panel by this room to the south, the one with the heraldry, the symbol marked on it, room 6.
Let's check out that room.
Besides that, you have seen no other lockable doors. when you are indeed, you have the weakened condition, -2 strength-based ability checks, attack rolls, damage rolls, skill checks, until you get healed. Oh,
Wow.
Yes.
let's see here. Whew, that is their turn. Talara, we're on to you. It is Bad News Bears aboard the Royal Venture.
Yeah, can I see the zombie from where I am?
You can. It has a bit of cover from out in the hallway.
Okay, if I moved like forward though, it would no longer be undercover.
Correct. What do you want to do?
I'll use my laser pistol. Not gonna do it.
3's a miss. And Win, back to you. This thing has seemingly laid off.
And I've already tried to get in that door, haven't I?
You've not tried to open the southern door yet. Yeah, you guys went straight.
All right, I'm gonna try to open it.
Yeah, so you can, and if you want to move in, do you want to just because you still have a standard action if you want.
Yeah, I kind of want to take a look around and see if I can find anything to maybe lock these guys in or perception.
Do make a perception check for me. There's a bunch of stuff going on here.
7.
Let's see, not a ton that you notice in the den of battle. As you walk inside, it's a very large, spacious chamber. It seems to be perhaps a luxury apartment for a single person. You see a large, finely made bed, a smooth metallic desk, everything very neatly arranged. Alongside the bed, there's a few things, one of which piques your interest immediately. It is a trident standing straight up on its haft, glowing faintly with white flames made of magic.
Ooh,
it looks like it is balancing kind of perfectly, just straight up.
Yoink!
You want to move over and grab that?
I do indeed.
Excellent. On the other side of the bed, you also see a very large metallic construct of some sort folded into a little ball. And as you enter, walk forward and grab the trident, it stands up and reveals tread tracks underneath it, 4 large robotic metal arms, and across its near featureless metallic face, there's a large fake handlebar mustache. And in Atlanti, it says to you, "I told you you were not allowed. Initiate punishment protocols. To be continued."
Oh my!
What?
What?
I picked the absolute worst time to go to the bathroom. What happened?
Oh no!
Yeah, you did.
We're in.
You can listen to it.
We're in more and more. We've dug a deeper hole.
Well, you kind of like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. But yeah, no, you guys are in trouble.
No, we're in deep trouble.
No, let's just kite the guys. It might take 2 hours, but we can kill them without taking damage. No, let's go to the room with the killer robot. That's fine.
Patrick literally said we had no other doors to lock. The only place we could possibly do it is the door below because we haven't checked it. So that's what I did.
If you guys want to lock yourself away from zombies, it's in the room with a giant killer robot. Well, not giant. It's like 7 feet tall. But we're not playing a 3-hour combat tonight. We'll save it for next week. This is what this robotic beast looks like.
Ooh, that looks really cool.
It's a pretty dangerous one, but plus for next week, Miles has pretty powerful magic weapon.
Yeah, too bad. If only he could use it.
Yeah, well, I mean, anyone can use a weapon, but it'll still require hitting these zombies. Yeah. So maybe it'll be a group effort. You guys have an entire week to strategize, to strategies on what to do, because there are now 3 combatants, mostly full strength, and I imagine you guys are a little worse for wear.
Yep.
I have heard that the Royal Venture has nearly TPK'd some parties, and I think this might be what they were talking about, this section. We have upgraded, certainly, from level 1 fights to level 2 fights.
Yeah, this is there's just the map is just chaos. The whole scene is chaos.
Yep. Yes. Splitting the party sometimes does that. But we shall see. I think you guys might be able to pull something out. Like I said, a whole week before we play next. We don't often leave mid-combat on this podcast, but I think you guys deserve a little bit of time after the Electrovore fight. Let's wrap this up, and well, I hate to leave our dear Crittermanders, our listeners, in suspense, but I think they will appreciate it when you come back with that winning plan next time.
Oh yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Thank you guys for playing with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick,
Thank you.
as always.
Good night, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night.
Hi.
Thanks for listening.
Crit bit commencing in 3, 2, 1. Crit bit initiated.
Hey everyone, welcome back. The episode isn't over yet. It's time for another crit bit, and this time it's just little old me, your GM, welcoming in some special guests on the podcast this week. And it's a couple that are way overdue. I've got two of the rogues from the podcast Rogue Exposure here. Welcome, Carl and Justin.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Everybody.
Justin, GM over there, and Carl, who plays Carl.
Oh, you have no idea how much that drives me nuts.
It is-
Computer-assisted referential logistics.
Androids.
You better be You better
No.
be happy, Justin, because Carl is, I'm sure, everyone's favorite character, including my own.
Oh,
It's either you love him or you hate him. We look at our iTunes reviews.
Why not both?
What was it? Someone said Carl makes Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory look human, personable, and reasonable.
I would say Rogue Exposure is our sister podcast, but more like you're like brothers to us, or we're your sister, or something along those lines. But also playing Dead Sons and doing a lot of other cool stuff. We I guess tell folks out there a little bit about Rogue Exposure if they're not yet a rogue fan of the podcast.
Yeah, so we started Dead Sons right when it came out, and we are.
I think that makes you OG Starfinders.
I think so. I think it does. And we also are writing some adventure paths that we're going to get into, hopefully.
That's what we're talking about here today, mainly, which I'm very excited about.
I was trying to say I hope we can release them soon, because we keep pushing back our release date. My tongue just decided to not work, which is a very common thing.
Well, by the time people hear this, it should be right around the corner. Hopefully.
Yeah. I'm gonna wink, nudge, nudge. Hey, Pat. Now.
Yeah. So last year you guys put out A Light of Our Own. So like a little one-off adventure. And publish it through, was it Drive-Thru RPG?
No, that one was just on our website. We actually wrote that we were doing we were kind of demoing Starfinder at a game shop in Austin. And so we wrote up a little adventure there. That way, if people were interested, because at the time, Dead Sons was the only thing out, that way they could get Dead Sons and not have anything spoiled for them, but still have an intro into Starfinder.
Yes, and it looks very well professionally done, and it's under resources on your website then if people want to take a look at that right now. You guys are you enjoying Dead Sons as much as we enjoyed it here?
I want my Solarian abilities to work more often and not to be looked at as a god.
Special abilities, you mean?
Yeah. Also being able to, like, never mind. That we're going off into the weeds at this point. No, it's been a blast. I mean, we've been playing games like this together since, like, Aaron and I met, I don't even know how long ago. Mm-hmm. I played Dungeons and Dragons 3.0 with Justin and a few of his friends when he was really little, and I was quasi babysitting him.
Uncle Carl, right? Unky Carl.
Yeah, and his mom was definitely babysitting me. little did he know that, like, I ended up having her good little 8-year-old and all of his little friends serving a Balor demon.
Yes,
for him.
just ruining minds with satanic worship through Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey,
I remember
man,
when I found that first pamphlet. Oh,
you know what's pretty hilarious is Pathfinder probably got a great sales boost by people selling it as, oh, it's not Dungeons and Dragons. No. It's called Pathfinder.
There's no satanic worship here.
Yeah, there's very little, if not entirely more dark and depraved stuff. It's like the grimdark D&D for the most part.
No, but we're loving Dead Sons. I can't actually wait to get to book 6. We're about to, as we're recording this, we're about to finish book 4.
Probably when people hear this, you'll be.
I'm really, really looking forward to the end of book 4.
Well, with our recording schedule, we might still be right where we are whenever that comes out.
So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. You guys started IRL table like in a room, and now are like kind of spread out like me and my players are on Cosmic Grid here and playing online, right?
Yes, we started out in an echo chamber. It was a wooden floor that opened up into a kitchen with a giant glass window and a glass door on the other side. I think I remember you live streaming from your gaming table at one point. It was the drunk cast. It was a. We don't talk about that.
It was the best.
We made an agreement, Patrick, that was never to be drug up again. I made comments about space that I regret.
But we learned a lot about audio engineering in those early days. I hate going back and listening to like our first 10 episodes because that's when we were at the table together. And
I mean, any podcast you listen to is going to have, there'll be a little bit of a difference. So don't you worry about that. I mean, even going back to some of my favorite podcasts, even if they're only like 2 or 3 years old, those first episodes, you can tell, they're in someone's apartment or they're at the dining room table and someone's clinking around underneath, kicking their legs under the table or something. So you mentioned a little bit, but you understand some people didn't want to be spoiled on Dead Sons. With the podcasts that are out there doing them, and was that the main motivator for you guys writing your own adventures?
I mean, I remember we kind of wanted to try and engage the tabletop community more locally at first, and also start like writing our own stuff. So like I got started playing tabletop games when I was 15 years old. All the DMs that I had were my older brother's friends and my older brother. And I kind of learned how to write adventures and run games from them. And I credit them with kind of teaching me how to create the skeletal structure of a story that you can share and tell with your friends.
Right.
And so Aaron and I and the really close friend that introduced us together would talk about for a long time actually writing things and maybe one day publishing them. And then my mentor, my brother's friend, he would always talk about writing his continent up. Very Faerun-esque, but nothing ever really came out of it. And then we had this platform that was Rogue Exposure and this new system, and I'm a really huge sci-fi junkie, and so Aaron, Justin, and I, we sat down and we worked on the light of our own. Aaron came up with the kind of the bones and of the story and everything like that, and we polished it out, edited it up, and then put it into a nice looking document, and we went and ran it. So,
I gotta say, I really do appreciate the physical look of the PDF, the book. I haven't printed it out yet, but I imagine it prints out pretty well. Also,
so what happened in that one was kind of the inspiration for Easy Money, which was my favorite levels to DM, GM, whatever you want to call it, are around mid-level. And we weren't there yet with Dead Sons, so I didn't know much about
what the flow of Starfinder is like. Right.
What's it like? And so I was like, I'm going to write something in that, but I also really love this concept of starship combat. But it as far as I've been able to see in the adventure paths, you're in space. There might be, what was it at the beginning of book? It's book 4.
What fight?
When you go against the Aslantes.
That's the very beginning of 4. Yeah.
So there's like some lightning clouds you can possibly end up in, like some minor hazards. I really, really wanted to amp up the variety, the nuance that you could bring to Starship Combat and really try and change it around. And so that was kind of the impetus. But then I went off on a tangent, as I always do, and created an adventure path that not only had lots of Starship Combat in it, but also is actually 3 adventures in one, because depending on what happens at each encounter, you can end up going to one of 3 different other encounters, and there are 3 mission objectives. So there's the possibility that you could end up going down an encounter trail that takes you off path to the point where you end the adventure and you don't succeed at completing your mission.
Now, are these branching paths somewhat morality based? Like if you are lawful good, do you go down one set and chaotic evil go down another? Okay. It's just decisions that the characters make?
Decisions that the characters make about which job they take, and also the results of each encounter.
Yeah,
okay, so
depending on your degree of success determines,
or abject failure.
Yeah,
or abject failure.
That's in Pathfinder, that is used to great effect many times, where they'll have victory conditions for, something like a great war, and you kind of can put effects in and do extra like side quests to kind of get more points, and that those are always fun to me, especially when the players either do really, really well or fail abjectly and get no extra points.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I wouldn't say a choose your own adventure style, because you start off with like a clear direction, and based off do you succeed in this certain part of your job, you start off as you're basically free captains, you're looking for some income, and depending
you're
on
Han Solo. You're Han Solo and Boba Fett, like
right,
straight up.
And depending on how well you do in a certain encounter determines where you go to the next one. But another thing that we really tried to do was kind of have the adventure be modular, and to the point where you can take any one of the encounters from the book and put it in your game. You can take any one of the organizations that we came up with and put it in your game and mix and match and mold it however you want. Or you can play it out with the story as laid before you. And so that was kind of one of our early design decisions was, we want to have this narrative that we build in our world, in our universe, but also where you can have, all right, this is a really cool encounter. I want to run it with my players. I don't want to use the whole thing. I just want to use this one little one, and it's real easy just to take that encounter. Everything's already rolled up for you and all that, and put it into your game.
Yeah.
Also, like, each of the encounters very much became kind of a sci-fi trope in of itself. Like, there's a space horror adventure. There is a kind of escape the blockade space battle trap thing. There's, you get to diplomancy with an absolutely insanely powerful being and fight against, thing that will spoil stuff, so I won't say.
Is this you say you're a sci-fi junkie. Is there a lot of Trek in here? Is there a lot of influence from that kind of universe?
So as far as
say the space combat, feels very Star Trek-y.
I would probably say there is one adventure path where is actually the most Starship heavy adventure path, where that probably has some, like, you could take it in a Trekkie direction, but who you're like, here's the thing: the people that you end up working for do not have the high-minded ideals of the Federation of Planets.
No,
all right,
I
this ain't about. Sorry, can I curse?
You definitely can't, but continue.
This stuff is about, like, the world is far grayer. Now, if you wanted to adapt this adventure path to, or at least the one that I'm thinking of that's very, could be changed to be Trekkian in its tempo, I guess you'd say.
Mhm.
You could do that. You could definitely have the quest giver be someone else. You could take it, you could be a bunch of explorers, because where you're
You
going,
mentioned that it was pretty modular.
yeah,
so you
well,
can-
where you get sent is someplace that it says in the adventure path, no one goes here because it's so dangerous. No one investigates these things, these living creatures, because they're so dangerous.
Well, this sounds like hard money, not easy money.
Shush.
So, yeah, I guess maybe do you have other influences specifically for this that you think people will catch up on?
Definitely Dune.
Oh, okay.
Dune. I wanted there to be kind of, to the opening encounter, which is a role play encounter, kind of a Goodfellas at the club vibe to it, only very cyberpunk sci-fi. There's definitely a bit of like Blade Runner, Dead Space, or at least space horror. They're like Red Faction, I would say, is a little bit of a influence. And trying to think of anybody else that really, like Tales from Mos Eisley. I think like where you like all the crazy stuff the bounty hunters in Star Wars could possibly get up to, all the weird knick-knacky stuff that happens that kind of operates within the things that are the fate of the Star Wars galaxy, but don't necessarily dictate its fate, but possibly nudge its influence one way or another.
Makes for very good short stories.
Yes.
Talking about the tales from the Mos Eisley Cantina, those were always very fun. And some of the most beloved Star Wars characters, like every bounty hunter for sure, but every character in the cantina is like someone's favorite Star Wars character, which is like mind-boggling to think about, But awesome. Where once this project is done, can people go to download it to take it for a test drive themselves?
Yeah,
So
it's going to be, you can get to it through our website, which is rogueexposure.wordpress.com. And then it's also going to be on DriveThruRPG, and we're still looking at a couple other places, but definitely those two.
yeah, and probably the Open Gaming Store as well. I know there's a lot of Starfinder stuff that's on there.
Gaming store. Right.
So,
Maybe before we wrap up, do you have any advice for other Starfinder GMs out there that want to both, write and organize, but also publish their own work, such as Easy Money?
Read the legal disclaimer before you start writing, so you don't start writing at your own setting.
So there was this one listener that posted their adventure that they wrote, and it was all in the Pact World. And it's just like, oh my god, oh sweet summer child.
Yeah. Great advice. You can give that stuff out for free to friends and stuff, but you can't sell. You can't sell stuff with
and
Vesk and
it
Ahsoka
was
and stuff.
so well written.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And so that made it really, I was like heart crushing. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
You can use the rules, and you can use like common terms like the classes and stuff, but you can't use the deities, you can't use the organizations, the planets. We found out you can't even use the drift.
Yeah, well, that's one of the cool things about some of the other kind of third party stuff I've seen out there is it feels like, Stargate Atlantis, like we're in a whole nother galaxy at this point.
But honestly, that allowed us to be, even more creative, because it was like, all right, we can't use their ideas as a crutch.
Yeah, the sector of space where this all takes place in, like each core race has their own home world. There's two what was called a globular cluster in astrophysics parlance. For those that don't know,
fully aware of that. Yes, Carl, we're all fully aware of this. The globule monsters in outer space.
Globular cluster.
Globular cluster monster. Got it.
It's in Alien Archive 3.
Yeah, spoiler warning for A3. But yeah, no, it allows you.
This is what happens when you know too much about space, kids. But yeah, there's like these two areas of space that have several dozen solar systems in them, and they both kind of gently orbit a black hole. and that's where this all takes place. That's the Mathar's sector.
Cool.
And it has its own history that gets hinted at a little bit in Easy Money and in A Light of Our Own. These two adventures also tie in together. And we'll be exploring more of those things, dare I say, in the future, because that's the other piece of advice I would say. If you actually really want to publish something of yourself, if you really want to do a good job and have good maps and have it be well written and well edited and well formatted, this has been a labor of love. Because it has been the better part of over a year now of working on this, and that's in my spare time when I get home and I'm tired and Justin reads through all 101 pages. You pitched this
to me as a one shot.
I am pouring my heart and soul out right now, and I cannot curse on this show. Don't make me do it.
You could say Bronk.
I'm not doing that.
Well, I mean, if it's half as good as A Light of Our Own as far as maps and the layout and stuff.
Okay. Just 1 second, because I want to get your reaction on Mike to this, because I have one of the maps. Let me send it to you very quickly via the glories that is Discord.
I mean, I make up my own maps from time to time, and they're not great. They're not stellar.
All right, so which one do you want to see? Do you want to see the space horror, the escape from the blockade? What are you looking for? What? Give me your favorite sci-fi fight. And let me find it in this nice list here, and then you can go ooh ah whenever you see it.
Did you say space horror?
Yes.
Yeah, let's see that.
All right. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go.
Yeah, hit me up with some space horror. Oh, geez, Louise. Who is making these? These are too good.
That's me. That is literally all me.
I mean, even wow. I really like this one. I've just completely separate of this. Feel like there's just a dearth of really good sci-fi maps out there, and if all the other ones are up to snuff with this is one that looks like you can just pretty much easily take this and be like, yeah, this is like an evil ship, a derelict ship that you found, and just pop it into your own home game. Wow,
here's the Goodfellas Club.
This is nice, very nice.
Now you're just fishing for compliments, Carl.
I am an artist. We create things for that pure narcissistic moment of creation and then adulation from our adoring public. Do not take this away from me.
These are both awesome. I think people are going to get a real kick out of this. These are, I don't want to poo-poo your prior work, but these are much better than your first stories maps, which makes sense because you get better as you do it more.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I didn't get better at this, then there's problems. But
no, wow, oh wow, yeah. I thought you were literally just going to show me some similar looking maps, but these are pretty out there, pretty stellar. Well, that's awesome. I can't wait now for people to get a look at Easy Money. Let's wrap things up here. Where else can folks find you guys online? Your Twitter is at Rogue Exposure.
Is there an underscore in there?
Yeah, there's an underscore. There's an underscore.
We don't use social media really.
Underscore exposure. We're on SoundCloud. The comment about me being like Sheldon is on Podbean. You can find us on iTunes, all the usual places. But yeah, Drive by RPG, open gaming store, and our own website, rogueexposure.wordpress.com, will have links to places where you can actually download. Don't quite know like our general idea for people to be able to download it and things like that is to kind of chart give us what you think it's worth. It's 9 encounters, a skill game big puzzle and a huge role playing encounter. And currently, as it stands right now, and it's got a sector archive with all new monsters and all kinds of stuff like that. And as it stands right now in the Google Doc, it's 101 pages on a Google Doc. So,
oh boy,
just give you an idea of the amount of content that's in there.
Yeah, but you can pick it up for as little or as much as you want.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming on. And like I said, it's been way too long. I've been on Rogue Exposure on your fun talking episodes before, but I haven't had you guys on. So thanks for now breaking into the Cosmic Crit land.
Oh no! Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
And we'll
talk your ear off.
Well, I was about to say we could do it all night, but we'll wrap it up here, and we'll definitely be shooting some links to our folks when Easy Money is out. That's going to do it for this crit bit. Thank you everyone for sticking around in the episode and listening in as we talk more Starfinder stuff. That's going to do it for us, and that's the end of the episode. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.